Hello, this is Bear. I just wanted to talk to you today about a few tips that I've learned about the CX2 and just a few shortcuts. A lot of people, I've been looking at the videos online and thought I'd make one of my own. Okay, balancing your blades. Okay, something really simple. You take them, find you a couple of glasses. I've got two shot glasses here. You place each one of your outer pieces, like right here and right here, across the glass. And you look at your blade, and as you see, most of the blades come from the factory and it's pretty well balanced. But if one is a little bit lower than the other one, the quick way of fixing that is grab you some Scotch tape, place it on the blade, and stick it on the underside, one piece at a time, and all, to weight the one side down a little bit more than the other for it to balance out. Now on my CX2, I did notice after a few times taking it up after a 3-channel, a little bit different flying. I kept snapping this top piece here and the blades. So I did invest about $16, $17 online for the aftermarket aluminum piece, as you see here. Very well, know your own money well spent. At the same time, I did buy a little motor cooler and stuff. Again, I believe this is like $5 online. Now, I do have on order this bottom piece that's right above the squash plate. This little unit right here. I kept having problems with it wanting to spin around and around, and I could not correct this problem. And I kept looking at it. Well, if you notice right here where I'm touching with my thumb, okay, the little nipple that's sticking out. Okay, that goes inside one of your blades. If you notice on the other side, it's missing. Okay, it's allowing the blade to fall down a little bit. And the squash plate which is right inside here, it was dropping about 1/16 of an inch, causing it to want to go around. So no matter how much I tried to trim it out or whatever, nope, it didn't want to work. So after taking it apart, just looking at it real closely, I noticed that. Well, my next item will be this little part right here. Okay, it's going to be about $20 online, but going to be well spent. I've already broke 2 of the plastic ones, tired of breaking things, so going to go ahead and replace that. Now, a lot of people's been talking about radios and what does the radio do? What does the switches mean? Okay, well, mine that came with it, I've actually changed since then. I'm going with I got a little Futaba one, and I also got a DX9 and all. Well, the LP5D SM that comes with your CX2 and a few other radios. Fantastic radio, nice 5-channel unit and stuff, but I wanted something more. Well, a lot of people's been asking what this little unit here is. Okay, they all say, all right, TRN. Okay, well, they're saying it's for the trim or whatever. No, this is your trainer switch and all. And if you look on the back of your radio, right here is a plug-in, like a little earphone jack plug. You can actually plug that in to someone else's radio of the same caliber and type. And if you're flying your helicopter and you're having a problem with it, and you're kind of scared that you're going to wreck it, you flip up on the switch, and it actually transfers your radio power over to theirs through the cable. And they can fly it and bring it back under control for you. Or they can fly a little bit. Once they get it up in the air, then they say, okay, take over. And then that's when you let off the switch. Okay, this little knob here is your channel 5. Okay, right now the CX3 and the CX2 does not use channel 5. This would be for, let's say, a gyro or a landing gear, something of that nature that you want to put on aftermarket, and to be on your channel 5 on your receiver. And you could put like a little drop box on it, or even like a camera on and off, or lights. And so it would work perfect on that. But now, inside this little box here, okay, are your dip switches. Now, most of the dip switches, going from the left to right, there's 10 switches. Okay, your first switch is up. Everything being up would be on, everything down naturally would be off. Okay, factory settings and all on these, we'll go from number 1 We'll go from number 1 over. Your number 1 is for airplane or heli. Okay, it came stock up, meaning, okay, for my particular one, which would be heli. Switch number 2, this is again going from your left to your right, is the CCPM, your cyclic collective pitch. Okay, this from the factory is actually down. Okay, number 3 is your elevator and rudder mix and all that. Mostly for your VTOL planes. And again, this one is on your down position. Number 4 is also on the down position. This is elevator and aileron mix, also for your planes, or elevons, or as they pronounce it, something like that. Okay, switch number 5 is also down. This is your throttle reverse switch. And also, if the throttle's working backwards, let's say like if you got your throttle all the way up, if you got your throttle down and it's, in full speed, okay, well, you might want to flip that switch and all, or if you want to fly it backwards. But anyway, that's that switch. Your throttle reverse switch is number 5. It's also down from the factory. Switch number 6 is down. That's your aileron reverse switch. Number 7 is your elevator reverse switch. Now I have mine up and all because I have changed around the servos inside mine a little bit. Okay, number 8 is your rudder reverse. Okay, this one comes from the factory down. Okay, again, now number 9 is down. Okay, that's your gear or your gyro knob, okay, for the top right unit, like I told you right up here. And that comes from the factory down. Now, dip switch number 10, I've watched videos online, everything else, schematics, everything. I have no idea what this one is, and neither do they. So, if you find out, let me know. But to recap all of this and stuff, your switches and stuff, number 1 is for airplane or heli. It's up for on. Your number 2 switch is your CCPM, your collective no-joe pitch. Okay, number 3 is down, your elevator and rudder mix for like your VTOL planes. Your number 4 is also down from the factory, which is elevator and aileron mixes, mostly for your planes. Number 5 is your throttle reverse. Okay, it's down from the factory. Number 6 is down from the factory. That is your aileron reverse. Number 7 is down also. That's an elevator reverse. Number 8 is also down from the factory, which is rudder reverse. Number 9 is for your gear, landing gear, or like the gyro knob, and that's the unit that's right up here on the top right. Okay, the switch right here is nothing. It's just a trainer switch. If you have somebody that wants to hook their unit, their box up with yours, through the cable on your back of your box right here, they can actually fly your unit for you as you take off, and then once it's in the air, they can actually let you take back over by you releasing it. Again, a couple of items on your CX2 and 3s that you might want to replace is the actual shaft, the aluminum head portion of it, and all. I've actually bought a few of these myself. They're about 16 bucks. Very well worth it, because these little plastic, these on the stock ones right here are plastic. Okay, and those actually go inside. Let me see if I can find the blades here. Go right inside. Oh, not too much room here today. Are going right inside here. One fits right inside there, and the other one fits in on this side. And stops your blades from pitching left to right and all. Again, bottom one I haven't ordered yet, and I've busted about 4 of these. And if your helicopter decides it wants to start spinning sideways, kind of like really weird, and you can't trim it out and stuff, look at your swash plate, this unit right here, like a big old round flat washer that you'd see with your 2 little ball connectors and stuff on it. Make sure, that that's flat all the way across it. And if it's not exactly all the way flat, check for binding and all on it. But I suggest you take your blades apart right here and look inside. And on this side, there's a little pin off of this main shaft here, and there's one right here, a little pin. And usually if you've ever hit anything or smacked anything, this will actually break one of these little pins, or both. As you'll see with this little unit right here. Let me get it so you can actually see it. This little unit right here. Notice it's got the one little pin here. There's nothing on the other side. It's missing. Mine was doing all kinds of weird things. Couldn't control it, couldn't fly it. It was driving me bonkers. Pulled it apart, put it back a few times, and I never did notice that. And then threw this on. Okay, this is still plastic. None of my shops locally. I've actually looked online, finally found it. Order me a couple. They're a few bucks under $20. Again, like the upper shaft and all, it's a little bit under 20 bucks also. Something very well worth actually buying. If you really want to get meticulous and stuff into, you know, your flight and helping trim your unit out, you can actually take two glasses. I've got like two shot glasses here, and you take your blades and you put them together, and you lay them right on top of that glass. And if you notice, they'll actually rate their own balance, and they'll balance themselves out. Most blades come from the factory, very well close to as far as the mixing on their plastics and stuff. But if you do have one that's a little bit heavier, let's say the left side is a little bit heavy over here, what you do is take a little bit of Scotch tape and all, something like this, and peel you off about a 3-inch strip. And what you would do is you take your blade, you'd flip it over, and you would lay it right underneath here and just put a small piece on there. Then lay it back up on the glass, on the glasses again, and you would check the weight of it again and the balance of it and see how close it is. If it's still not enough, add another piece and all. And you just keep doing this. And that should balance out for you. You'll actually enjoy the trim is easier, a better flight, less shake. And if you noticed on mine here, I've actually changed out the tail section. I just didn't like that other, I don't know, it reminded me of, you know, one of the little water airplanes or something like that with the ugly rear tail cone on it. I went with this rear cone. It was 25 bucks, I believe, online. Carbon fiber look-alike type thing. Very nice. Didn't change the weight of it much, but the flight and stuff, I like it a lot better. It looks sharper to me. Like I said, you find them online for about 25 bucks. You can actually get the front canopy, actually both canopies, the original canopy, the full piece unit, and just the front one, and I believe they're like $25, $30. Again, you know, just, you know, Google it, you know, find it at different hobby stores. I don't want to, you know, promote any special hobby shop or nothing like that. My local ones here, I only have one. They're mostly into RC cars, not into helicopters. So I have to order everything online. You know, of course, my one hobby shop didn't carry any of this stuff. They don't carry the CX2. I fly also the Razor. I also have a T-Rex 500 series and all that I run. My Razor is a 400 series. I also got a 250 series. And I even got some of the cheaper ones, the little 3-channel Voltrons and stuff. Fantastic little, you know, flying helicopters also for trainers and all. So I hope this helped out learning about the squash. I can go in later about a few, you know, ads and changes that I've been doing on mine to help it fly. But I think you'd really enjoy yours a lot more. Swapping out a few of those aftermarket parts, balancing your blades, and learning your radio and stuff. So if you do change out, go with different servos later, or decide to change out a different type of radio and stuff, and you're having problems and it's doing everything backwards on you, well, now you know which switches to flip on there. There's not too much on the internet about it. I had to look around a lot. So I took all of their information and tried to bundle it all up in this one little segment. Thank you, and you all have a wonderful day. Bye.